Hello, I'm Jan Czerwiński and this is Military Mind. Armed conflicts, defense and security, land, sea and air. We've got you covered. The Russian military has launched another wave of attacks on critical infrastructure in Ukraine. One missile attack targeted the Kharkiv region, while others fell on Kiev, Zaporizhia, Odessa and the Lviv region. As a result, state power operator substations and generation facilities were damaged in at least 5 regions of Ukraine. Early Thursday morning, the Russians launched a combined strike with missiles of various types and attack drones targeting the Lviv region. According to the commander of the Ukrainian Air Force, Mykola Oleshchuk, the Russians used a total of 82 weapons in that single strike. Meanwhile, on the front line, the Russian army is pushing to knock the Ukrainian units from their bridgeheads on the left bank of the Dnipro. At the same time, Ukrainian soldiers continue to actively inflict manpower and equipment losses on the Russians, looking to exhaust Moscow's forces along the entire line of engagement. Moving to the Middle East now, Israeli forces have stormed the village of Nabi Saleh, northwest of Ramallah, in the occupied West Bank, according to the Palestinian news agency Wafa. The Israeli Air Force has reportedly carried out attacks on the outskirts of 3 towns in Lebanon. 3 sons and 3 grandchildren of Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh have reportedly been killed in an Israeli airstrike in Gaza. Over 100 female soldiers are said to be refusing service in surveillance units on the Gaza border, according to reports. The conscripts are fearing a potential repeat of October the 7th, when female border observers were among those killed or taken hostage by Hamas terrorists. The Ukrainians are redefining the drone warfare landscape with the mass rollout of their own original UAV platforms, the Lancer and the Ram-X. This is no longer a homespun industry, with people using solder and off-the-shelf components to put whatever flies on the front. Now, we're talking about some serious tech hitting the battlefield. These new platforms have the potential to change the game. Mark our words. With this kind of firepower, the Ukrainians are making a statement. Time for messing around is over. It's about to get real interesting out there. Also, don't forget long-range drone platforms. Life should get interesting for Russian refineries as well. And no, you shouldn't listen to escalation-obsessed Americans. After all, you're fighting a war, so I say, go for it. Now we're moving on, and the next one would seem to be hell on earth, but it's not really the case. That's just Chasiv Yar, a city in Ukraine. The Russians came at the Ukrainians from 2 sides, rolling in with about 20 armored vehicles, opening a brawl that ended up lasting 5 hours. Thanks to some coordinated defense efforts, however, most of their toys ended up burning hulks of scrap metal. Check out the next video. It's like a graveyard of million-dollar machinery wasted on a war of imperial conquest that nobody asked for, apart from Putin. Check out the footage from a March raid in the Belgorod region backed up by two UH-60 Black Hawk helicopters, captured using the soldiers' cameras. It may look like something out of an action movie, a phrase that we use fairly often, but believe me, this is justified, and it's the real deal. So, take a look.
Давай, где вертушка? Все, люди вышли. Все, на вторую. Не надо. Вторую снимаю. А, вторая есть. Снимешь и на перезарядку полетишь. Теперь главное, чтобы не было friendly fire. Да, Спилберг, ёптись.
Ну, плюс-минус в центре улицы.
А?
Нормально? Да. Рексы. Так, пацаны. Пацаны, чекайте приказ без своей. Сектора, братан, разбирайте. Я смотрю, пока глазами выбираю хату. Я не знаю. Нам надо немножко подвысунуться, посмотреть, насколько мы по центру улицы.
Где вторая группа?
Вторая группа нам. О, пацаны. Там радейка. Пацаны, что? Движение?
А?
Движение, потихонечку идем.
Давай.
Так, пацаны,
Куда?
Стоп, секунду, стоять. Хата, вон, вижу один валяется. Вон, с целой крышей. Либо, короче так, давайте двигаться к ней, от нее выглядываем на улицу, смотрим, насколько мы посередине, и если что, пробегаемся правее. Движение по одному.
In the clip coming up, you'll be able to see an enemy assault repelled in a fierce firefight. A swarm of attack drones caught Russian infantry off guard as they attempted to storm the outskirts of Avdiivka. Ukrainian troops then tore through buildings, flushing out the enemy and taking down those who tried to run. It was a textbook takedown, with the enemy sustaining significant losses, all thanks to the hard-hitting work of the Revenge Group from the 1st Mechanized Battalion of the 3rd Separate Assault Brigade. And with this, we end this episode of Military Mind. Please stay with us here on TVP World for more latest news and updates.